Hello guys, and welcome. Today we're gonna be talking about mods, about Baldur's Gate 3, how to do it, what are they, what options are there. So why would you want to mod your game? Do you want, I don't know, a nose on Lae'zel? Do you want more spells? Do you want cool hairstyles, new weapons? Do you want to play your own way? There's a lot of reasons why you would want to mod the game, but let's go through the technical aspect. So today we're gonna go through step by step how to mod the game and what to be looking out for and how to do it. Then we'll see, okay, where to get the mods, which mods we can get, how to install them, and how to turn them on, and how to remove them if we don't want to play with them. So this was a bit challenging for me initially. So I wanted to make a video just to help you guys out. And if you feel like you like it and if this is useful for you, then this is great. Just make sure that you pay attention and you don't skip parts of the video, because if you miss something important, it can really bite you in the butt, and then you can spend a lot of time trying to fix it and then not be able to. So yeah, pay close attention. If you enjoyed the content, please drop a like, drop a subscribe. Let me know what mods you think are cool and you would like to see in game, and we can also go through them in our live stream. So let's start. First of all, where do I get my mods? I do get them from Nexus Mods, and yeah, that's pretty much the only place I know where it has mods that work effectively, and the community is quite helpful here. This is the homepage. I'm gonna link this in the description for you guys. So there's already tons of them. As you can see, there's 107 pages of 20 mods each. So we're talking about 2,000 mods already, and the game has been out only for 2 months. What should you be checking out when trying to download a mod? So let's look at the mod fixer, right? This mod right here. But what would we be checking out here? So as you can see, first of all, when we click on the mod, it takes us to the description. Then there's some files and yeah, even images that can help you understand how to work. And sometimes there's videos and posts on how to get it to work, right? So there's communities, there's bugs that were found. So if you install a mod and you get a problem with it, you can find the bugs here. So again, I really like this website for this reason. So let's start. When was this mod released? This is the first thing you must check, because this mods was released on December 2020, right? But it was last updated 22nd of August. So this was after the game was released. But some patches were released after this, right? So it is possible that when a patch is installed after the mod is released, that it breaks the mod, right? So we need to be careful with that. We want to get the latest version, and we want to make sure that the mod is released after the game was released. So for example, there is this add all items mod, right? But this was released in October 2020 and last updated December 2020. If I download this mod, it will probably not work with the current version. It might work, but it probably won't, and there's a big chance that it's going to break my game, so I don't want to install this mod, right? So make sure you check these things out. So after we've vetted that, there's one more thing that we need to check before we can say, okay, I can use this mod. So we need to check the requirements. So as you can see, the mod fixer, when I click on requirements, this mod does not have any known dependencies, but there are other mods that require this. So it's a good mod to have, because effectively it recompiles the story. The mod fixer, it recompiles the story and it helps you avoid bugs when using mods. Okay, so let's look at a different mod. So this is the 5e spells mod. This adds a lot of spells. It adds a lot of spells from 5e, so this is the regular D&D edition. So how do we check that we are eligible for this? So as you can see, Nexus requirements, it wants the Baldur's Gate 3 mod fixer. Required to prevent the bug where after starting a new game, you end up with a bunch of naked men on a beach. Yeah, this can happen when you're using mods. So as you can see, the mod fixer is a requirement. What do we do when we want to download a mod, right? What is the whole idea? Because as you can see, we even have a lot of options for downloads. There's a manual download and a mod manager download. So we're going to talk about the mod manager and what it is. because this is something really important. So as you can see, this is what the mod manager would look like, and it's a way that you can manage your mods. I'll link this below. I'll link the mod manager and the mod fixer below, and I'll also link the mods that I'm going to be showcasing in this video. So let's go through the steps of how to download and install the mod manager, because this is what I recommend using to install your mods. Now, you don't have to. So what's the alternative? We go to the manager. We run the game once. If you haven't already, set properly, and the mods folders get created. So if you haven't played the game already, you need to load it once. So run the game once, then turn it off. Then make sure you have this Microsoft.NET framework installed. If you click on it, it's going to download the framework. Yep. So you download the .NET framework. Effectively, what is the .NET framework? It will allow the applications this application that is built to be run. Most of your computers, if it's a later version of a computer, is going to have this. But I would just make sure. When I tried to install this, my computer said, you have a later version than this, then you're okay. So I didn't, Then you grab the latest release of the mod manager. So you click on this and it automatically downloads, right? Yep. So I get the download. Make sure that you download all of your mods into one folder. So I do have everything in this. It's not inside the game folder at all. It's just my documents, my games, BG3 mod. And then I have all my downloaded mods, the zips and the unzipped files. You can handle it and manage it as, just make it easy to access, because we'll see down the line why this is important. It makes your life much, much easier. So once you do, you extract it, right? So we come to our file here. We downloaded this, right? You extract it. I already did. Just click extract and it will extract it in the area that you specify. And then you get this folder. Now, if you double click on the mod manager, I opened it twice now. Yeah, you'll get this. And it says, make sure, right? This is an important part, step 5, that you set this game path, right? This says Steam apps, and that's if you're using Steam. But if you're using GOG, or if you, are using some different, you got the game in a different way and you installed it on your computer, find the location and then go in common Baldur's Gate 3 data, right? And common Baldur's Gate bin bg.exe. So this is where it's gonna be used. So we have the mod manager now. We can open it. And this is how it's gonna look like. So this is just the manager. We have our mod manager. Now let's say that we want our mod fixer, right? That we downloaded. And then we saved it in the downloads, so we can extract it. I would recommend, again, using a folder to store all your mods together so that things don't go crazy. So, File, Import Mod. We go to the folder where we stored our mods. We click on the file that we want. Open, open, mod fixer. Now it's added. As you can see, this is an override. It's not neither an active nor an inactive mod. It's an override mod. It overrides everything. Because this is going to be run to make sure that your story compiles properly and that it minimizes the bugs that you're going to encounter if you're using mods. So now we have one mod down, right? So we have the 2 basic mods. These are the 2 basic mods I recommend you always use if you want to be using mods. The fixer and the manager. More might come up down the line that are going to be useful. You don't have to install the mod manager if you don't want to. Alternatively, I'll just briefly talk about the alternative option. Let's say that you want to go down the manual path, right? You would have to read on how to install a mod individually. So right here, is there a case where they should probably say where you should install the mod? Okay, it doesn't say here. So in this mod, as you see, you're making it harder on yourself if you don't have a mod manager. But let's say that I want to get down, let's say I just want that. And I want to go down the manual mode. The manual download. Now, there is a README file in it that says mod fixer. This pack forces the story to recompile all credit. Just place the .back file into your local app data. You see, obviously you need to get into Baldur's Gate 3 and follow this path, right? So if we go, I mean, this is, no, not here. If we go into your Steam apps, common, Baldur's Gate 3. Okay. Then it says local app data, Larian Studios, Baldur's Gate 3 mods folder, or install via Vortex. I don't know how to use Vortex. If you know how to use Vortex, give me some instructions down below in the comments, guys. So in this folder, local app data, Larian Studios, Baldur's Gate 3 /mods. Now, oh, it's here. Mods, and then you install it here. And if you do that, well, you would have to unzip, guys, right? You would have to unzip this mod, as the instructions say, into this folder. So just get this file. Okay, so we download this, right? This is what we download. Extract here is what I would do. Even though, yep, get this, copy paste into Steam. I mean, if you use GOG, you're probably going to be using a different file path here. But once you get into the Baldur's Gate 3 part, then you go into data, mods, drop it in here. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, the problem is that if you're handling too many mods, it might get messy. So if you're not just planning on having the mod fixer and one or two other mods and you want to really play around with it, I find out that using the mod manager is much, much better. So let's go through the example of the mod manager and see which one you prefer. It's your choice, really. Okay, so let's go through the Baldur's Gate 5e spell example. So we can go through it together, and I can help you add this mod. And it's one of the most, it looks a little bit complicated, so we can go through a lot of the steps here. So first of all, we check the dates. They match. They updated after the release of the game and the latest patch release, so this is really good. Then we come to the description and we see the requirements, and we see that there's two requirements: the Nexus requirements and the offsite requirements. Now, depending on what you're doing and how you're playing the game and how you're using the mod, you should make sure that you have these requirements. Now, in my opinion, well, we already have the mod fixer. We went through it together. So let's go through the BG3 script extended, right? And again, this doesn't say that this requirement is needed, right? Because it only works with some of the mods. What I do not like about this extender mod is that you download it and there's no way to use the mod manager with it. So if you use this, then you would have to manually remember where you placed it, right? So you would, okay, let's go through. You would download it, extract it, and then you would have to copy paste this in this address right here, right? C program files, yep. I'm pretty sure if I copy paste, it's not going to get me where I want to be, because, yeah, you would have to go into home, this PC, C, program file 69, Steam. In my scenario, if you're using GOG, go into your GOG, Steam apps, common, Baldur's Gate 3. Anyway, so you come here and it says bin, Baldur's Gate 3 bin. So you would copy paste it right here. All you have to do is copy and paste it in the bin. But if I ever want to play without mods, I have to remember where I put this, the name, and delete it. So make a mental note of it if you want to be using this, okay? Since we added something manually, what I would do is I would come here and I would copy paste the address of where I added this file over here, and do this. and then copy the name of this and just put it here, right? So it would be mods added in BG3, right? So I would have a text file just to make sure that this is like mod1.dw write.dll, and then I would know if I ever wanted to remove things where it is. So now we have the mod fixer as required, right? We do have the mod fixer right here. It's even over there, yeah. And the BG3 extender is manually added. So now we have we have both of the requirements. So what we can do now is download the version that we want to play. Okay, so now we just downloaded. The download is over. So we come here, we find the file. Again, I like moving it into my mod folder so that it's nice and tidy in here. This is the mod right here. So what we can do, we come to our mod manager, file, import mod, go to our mod folder, we find the mod and we open it. Now as you can see, well, we're getting a red dot over here. This is in the inactive mods. But if we wanted to use this, we would have to drag it over to the active mods. And then if we didn't want to use it for one of our games, we move it back. So let's now, I don't want to use it. What you do have to do every time that you add a mod in the active list or in the inactive list, I would remove them over and then export, choosing the campaign main. Because now it applies the change in the folder, right? It effectively copy pastes itself what you need. So now this mod is active, right? So if I go into the game now, there should be the extra spells in the game. And let's just check it out. Let's see if it works, right? Let's do it together. Let's go to Steam. Whenever you apply a mod into the game, you're gonna get this message over here. So right now, because we have data inside the game folders, we're getting this error. If we click play, it's gonna be okay. And this is some sort of check to know that you have the mod in the game. And if you don't want to have the mod, and you see that, you should remember, oh, I have mods in the game, I should remove them, because sometimes mods disable achievements. There is a mod that allows you to get achievements while having mods. That's a different mod. We're not gonna cover every mod. There's so many of them today. It's just going through a couple of examples to show you how it works effectively. As you can see, we have new spells in the game now. Spells we can use. So, Snare, Frost Fingers, Earth Tremor, Detect Magic, Absorb Elements, Catapult, Cause Fear. So many cool spells. I'm already loving this. I might keep this mod forever. And then there's the Create Bonfire spell, the Booming Blade cantrip, the Swordsbird. Oh my god, this is great. This is amazing. I'm already loving it. Prestidigitation. Yeah. Obviously it's not. Oh, Mind Silver is one of my favorite cantrips. Yeah. I'm already having a blast. Oh damn. I could make 10 videos on these mods and the spells in it. Let me know if you want to see that. Frostbite. Create Bonfire. And they even added new images. That's really cool. You can fully focus on a creature possessing the ability to cast spells, preventing it from becoming hidden or invisible while it's casting magic, while its magic can be detected. So it doesn't work exactly as written. It is Frost Fingers. Sword Burst. Mind Silver. Well, you need a target for that. Create Bonfire. This is so cool, and it's concentration. Happens if I recover it. I take damage. Yes, it works. Earth Tremor. So let's catapult the potion on ourselves. Do we heal? We do. So this is really cool. So a catapult is like a magical throw, and it can also do damage. Snare. Can we snare ourselves? just remember that mods come with risk. So with great modding comes great responsibility. So yeah, it works. Love this. I don't know if we can like it or something. And there's virus scans as well that tell you if it's safe to use. Oh, I should have told you about that earlier. Yeah. Okay, so that's one mod that you can use, guys. Now, so let's say that I wanted to turn it off now, right? I move it over. First, close your game, guys. You don't want to be changing stuff inside the game folders while you're playing the game. You're definitely going to crash it. And now, if we start the game again, I think we'll still get the prompt that we have mods because we have stuff installed. Also, never load a file that has mods if you don't have those mods enabled. That's just playing with fire at that point. Your game is definitely going to crash. So now we don't have any mods enabled other than the mod fixer. Now, let's say that I wanted to remove all the mods that I have installed in the game right now. I would have to go to my notepad, noting where I installed what. And I would say, okay, so I installed it here. So let me go here, find what I installed, delete it. Can't be completed because the file is open. Yeah, the game is open. Yeah. So I close the game, I delete this, then I go, okay, then I go into my data, mods, empty that, come in here, delete this, and I would also close the mod manager. So right now, nothing is installed in my mods folder or in any other folder. So right now, I'm good. If you enjoyed the content, please drop a like, drop a subscribe. Let me know what mods you think are cool and you would like to see in game, and we can also go through them in our live stream. So there's a lot of good mods, and they do make the game more fun. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Let me know what you think about it. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps. And if you have any questions, please drop a comment. I'm not an expert in this, but I have managed to get it to work. I'm certain there's going to be people here that would be willing to help out in the comments, and I will try to do my best to help you if you have any problems. Thank you for watching.